It's Friday and I've got a day off, so I'm barefooting into town again. This is the second time I've gone barefoot when it's been raining overnight. The first time was at Pride last Sunday and it was alright, my feet didn't get too cold or anything. I've noticed that the soles of my feet are quite kind of flaky and dry, but I think that's just them toughening up sort of the more I'm going barefoot. The more I expose them to different terrain and prolonged periods of walking, I guess the tougher they'll become. I love being barefoot, it just feels so much more natural, it's comfier, and having a left-sided weakness, any sort of tendon and lengthening or comfortable gait generally helps. My left leg still feels completely different from my right, but it's not in a bad way. It's more just that it's kind of vaguely uncomfortable most of the time. I love the smell after the rain. I can't really describe what it smells like, but yeah, it's good, I like it. I've still got shoes with me, just in case anybody decides to get arsey and tell me what they think about my barefootedness. One guy at Pride was asking, are my feet not agony? And I just explained that actually it was much comfier to go without shoes, and he accepted that no problem. I think the thing about Pride is sort of its main thing is acceptance, so I did feel quite comfortable going barefoot there for the entire day. I ended up spending the whole weekend barefoot last Saturday and Sunday, which was nice. I haven't gone barefoot at work yet, just because I've done my training fortnight and I'm only kind of a week in the door, and I just don't feel confident enough yet in myself. Hopefully that'll come with time. I don't think a lot of people recognise the health benefits of going barefoot. I think sort of society has evolved to wear shoes, and there's so many big businesses that sell footwear now. I think worldwide Skechers and Adidas are the two main players. I only know that because I went for an interview for Skechers a couple of months ago and they were talking about their sales targets and opening new shops and things. They were also saying that they have an annual conference in California, which I thought was really cool. I'd love to go and see that sunny part of America. I think it would be great. I've never travelled to America before, so I'd need to look into visas and things, and I think that's quite an expensive process. Correct me if I'm wrong though, I've never actually looked into it before, so I don't actually know. I think obviously because of the better weather there, it would be much easier to go barefoot more often as well, which is always a bonus. My partner's completely accepting of my barefooting. It's only my mother and my sister that are a bit funny about it. But it's my body and not theirs, so I'm pretty happy with the fact that they can keep their opinions to themselves. They're coming to visit me on Sunday, so we'll see what happens then. Hopefully I'll be able to just go barefoot like I normally would on a Sunday off and take it from there. I think society tells us that the ideal is to not care about what other people think about you, but as humans we seem to be programmed to take each other's views into account, so I think it is quite difficult to really get into that sort of I genuinely don't give a shit headspace. And especially when you're sort of close to your family and have good friends, you don't want to lose them by sort of offending them or upsetting them in any way. But then at the same time you should be able, with your friends and family and your nearest and dearest, to be able to completely be yourself and do your own thing. So it's a bit of a catch-22 situation really. I guess I just need to sort of think about the fact that you can't please everybody, and as long as you're making some headway into pleasing yourself, you're doing something right. Because what's the point in living if you're not healthy and happy? And in terms of my mental health, I can see how easily my job would overwhelm me if I was to become mentally unwell again. So I really need to fight hard, particularly going into the winter months, to keep myself mentally fit and well. I've got the support of my partner and my family, so that's always a good thing. I guess it's just about being self-aware and recognising any triggers and symptoms as early as I can to try and sort of head any ill health off at the pass. Keep in contact with my mental health team and my GP and just make sure that we're doing all the right things at the right times in order to keep me on the straight and narrow.